All right, it's Zach. We're here, West Coast Podcast, live from Hollywood, California. Yes, we are watching SmackDown live right now. Also, we are going to give updates on what's going on with the Fires here in LA. Knock and I are okay. So thanks for everybody who checked up on that. And pretty wild time here in LA. If you have any questions or anything, definitely keep your chats going all night long. And also, if you look in the description, I do have a couple of places where you can help donate to the American Red Cross and the LAFD. So make sure you check things out and you're giving to the right people, because there's a lot of scammers out there. But we're here tonight. We take our minds off this for a little bit. We are going to check out some stuff going on with LA Fires. But right now, it is the United States Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura defending against LA Knight. Yeah, get your comments in. We're going to talk about pop culture stuff too and get our minds off of this for a little bit. But thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the stream. Leave your comments. Even if you're not watching live, we do respond. So if you got any thoughts about the Fires, SmackDown, the death of Rampage, let us know. So there's a lot going on in the world. And yeah. We'll get to your comments all stream long. All right. Let me get to the card here. Apparently, I don't have the matchup, but here we go. LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura happening right now. I like the blue mat, I gotta say. I do like the blue mat. Wade Barrett and Joe are now the de facto SmackDown team calling the shots. Of course, Corey Graves moved to NXT as the third man, and Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We'll talk about that too tonight, so get your thoughts in on that. All right, Los Garza won. Chelsea Green won. I just saw the updates on that. Again, sorry if I'm a little late on the come up here. I like Evil Shinsuke. I really like Evil Shinsuke. I dig him. I think they're doing him just right. I don't think he's losing the title tonight, though. I really don't. It's too soon. But let me know. Let me know your thoughts on SmackDown so far. Again, we're in the second of 3 hours tonight. So just thought I'd hop on the stream, say hi, see how you're doing, see how your Fridays are going. It's been a couple weeks since we mourn the loss of Rampage, and of course, Level Up. Hassan Terrell, how are you doing, man? Happy New Year. I wouldn't say I missed Rampage at all. I'm just trying to figure out what to do on Friday nights, and then the Fires here in LA throws a bit of a twist in things. How was your New Year's? You having a good New Year so far? Our New Year's here in LA is just too much right now. It's too much with the Fires. Right behind me in those windows is where the picture in that thumbnail was taken. It was scary stuff. But that's why I need you here. Take my mind off the Fires. LA Knight. I don't think I know Tiffany Stratton's title win last week was in the middle of the card. I don't think this as a title win is in the middle of the card here. Do anything fun for New Year's? Anybody do anything fun? I just kind of hung out. I was by myself and I watched Predator. I asked Eric and Knock in the chat, what should I do? What should I watch? So I'm just solo. And Eric said Predator. So I watched Predator. If it bleeds, we can kill it. What a great movie. Next week, I think I'm going to think of something to do next week. Not a tier list, but I think a big list of things to come in 2025. So get your thoughts in. I need your thoughts on something else too. I'll talk about it when more people come in, but I want your thoughts on something else that I got cooking. I did get my wrestling calendar, Adidas shirt with the hoodie and phone charger on my phone, and it was good. I like it. Yes. All right. Crowd's heating up now for LA Knight. They are in Portland, Oregon tonight, and Tiffy Time's going to have her celebration. I'm excited to see who they're going to put as her first opponent. I say the Nia Jax rematch at Royal Rumble should be the first one. We're going to follow this match right here, and probably right after this match is done, I'm just going to talk about some of the LA Fire stuff that's been going on here. If you have any idea about anything, I'll just kind of condense it into one small thing because there's a lot going on. LA Knight. WWE was just here in LA. We'll talk about that again on Netflix Raw premiere and NXT New Year's Evil. The Rock at both shows. Someone's mom up front. That's fun. Always fun to see different age groups. This is so weird watching SmackDown and not Rampage. I don't feel like I'm cheating. I'm just saying it's just weird to watch an A show. We're on to an ad right now. Ads, if you watch Netflix on Raw on Netflix, there are ads on that as well. If you didn't watch that live, you are able to fast forward to them, like if you DVR'd Raw. So I thought that was kind of nice. Got some movie news too. Not too much movie news. We'll also cover PlayStation's free games for the month. But a big, huge WWE superstar is doing a secret project, but she's also in another movie with an AEW superstar. I'm excited for the movie. I love the first one. All right. Again, once this match is done, we'll start covering some stuff from the Fire. I do have 2 links in the description if you want to donate to actual sources, the LAFD and the Red Cross. So 2 legit places if you want to donate. But now that we're at a commercial, I'll just cover that right now. If you have any questions, just to give you an example. I am in Hollywood, and this is where all of the fires are. Oh, look, a new slide. You can see the Sunset Fire is the one that happened right behind me here. Those are the pictures from in the thumbnail. And if you watch I put out a short with an update saying that we're all good here in LA and we're safe. But that's where the Sunset one was. And then to the right, the Pasadena one. Those are big ones. The one that was behind me was one of the smaller ones. And then the Palisades Fire on the left, that one is huge. It's still going. There's actually smoke clouds in the window. It's dark, so you can't see it, but it's just smoke clouds coming up in the sky. But if you want an idea of where things are, that's where things are. The fires around here in LA. And again, if you're up close, this is kind of where the fire was by us here. The Sunset Fire in relation to the Hollywood sign. And then, of course, if you go south, in that way, that's kind of where WrestleMania was. If you go by SoFi and stuff, if you want to Google Hollywood sign to SoFi, if you were here for WrestleMania 39, that's kind of like where the fire close to us was. As you can see in the background, another fire, a lot going on. So again, it's crazy to see out your bedroom window. But if you want to see what it look like, I put a short out. I couldn't pull the videos up here, but that's what's going on with the LA fires right now. Just a quick update on that. We'll probably cover this again a little bit, but crazy time with the LA fires. And again, this picture is right out our window right there. That's Runyon Canyon on fire. Devastating shit. Really, really devastating shit. LA firefighters did a great job making sure everything was condensed and taken care of. All right, so that's what's going on in LA. I know Knox been dealing with a lot of stuff. The air quality here sucks. It just smells like a bonfire outside, and then parts of LA looks like it snowed. So there are the parts where the fire went through, and it looks like a war zone. Neighborhoods burnt down, cars. You can see all the pictures online and videos. So I don't think my description can do them justice, but yeah, that's what's going on in LA. So let me know what's going on about you. I know some of the Midwest is getting some big snow and some big winds this winter, or excuse me, this weekend. So hopefully you're safe too over there. Different types of Mother Nature coming at you. All right. Dark Shinsuke giving it to LA Knight. LA Knight giving it back. Let me know what else you're doing. Let me know what else you're watching out there. I know Squid Games debuted. That kind of came and went. People have mixed feelings about it, so I haven't touched it yet. I didn't think he should have had a second season, but it's going to have 3. So we'll see. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know a grade that you give Squid Games, and let me know if you're excited for the 3rd season to end it, or if you think there should be more after the 3rd season. Of course, if you want to watch the real games, you watch Beast Games with Knock number 149. Crowd's still behind LA Knight. That's a big thing, because once LA Knight gets out of the title picture, that's when people are going to start saying he's being buried. I am a big fan of storylines that do not revolve around the title. Those are my favorite storylines. So once LA Knight is away from the title, once he did the chase, he got the title, and all that good stuff. Where he goes from here is the big thing. You see Chelsea Green in good programs without titles, but now she has a title. But she's a good example of someone who doesn't need it. But you got to keep LA Knight face, in my opinion. You need a nice big face like LA Knight. You can have him go up to WrestleMania, in my opinion. Have him go through person after person trying to get another title shot. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know who I'd have win the Rumble, though. That's the big question. And that is something that we can all watch together because it has been confirmed. We are all doing the Rumble together. So get ready for the Royal Rumble watch party, the funnest Royal Rumble watch party ever on YouTube or Twitch or OnlyFans. It is the best Royal Rumble watch party you'll find. Eric, Knock, and myself, and you as we draw numbers. So get ready for the Royal Rumble watch party. I like Wade Barrett. A lot of people giving WWE shit for moving Corey Graves to NXT and leaving Wade Barrett on the main roster. Got a couple things about that. One, Wade Barrett and Joe have set up kind of a rapport and chemistry on Raw. So for that to take over and carry over to SmackDown, wow, close call. You can tell right now it just works really well, and this is on national TV, so I think it plays well introducing people to SmackDown. The other thing, I could be wrong. Please throw a comment out there and correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Corey Graves was cleared last year. I thought he could be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. So I kind of thought in the back of my mind, you stick him over on NXT, people kind of forget about him around Rumble season, and pow, you give him a good run in the Rumble. You know, have him eliminate a couple guys, have him last for about 30 minutes, and then you start a feud in there, and you give him his first WrestleMania match. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he wasn't clear, but that's just what I'm thinking. All right, LA Knight. What is that move called? It's like a reverse. It's like a reverse figure four or Boston Crab. All right, Shinsuke to the ropes. I'm digging the blue mat. I gotta say, I do like it. I like the blue mat. I like the black mat on Raw. I just don't like all the advertisements, especially Brothers Beer. I had a friend send me a message after he drank it. He said it tasted like number one. That was his response. So drink up, brother. How funny was that? Hulk Hogan getting booed. I thought it was hilarious. I grew up a Hulkamaniac. I thought it was hilarious. Of course, the joke going around that I think is funny is he's probably thinking, why did everybody boo Jimmy, brother? Jimmy's a good guy. He carries my bags. But LA, not LA Knight, Los Angeles showed out and booed Hulk Hogan. There's so much. Even that promo that he came out to was such bullshit. It was such, I partnered with another great tag team partner, brother. American beer. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Undertaker, who votes the exact same way as you, came out to cheers. Why? Because he comes out and does the gimmick. He comes out and does what he does. He entertains. Hulk Hogan always selling, always selling. Undertaker comes out. Everyone's cool with the Undertaker. Probably votes differently than a lot of people in LA. But he came out, put Rhea Ripley over, came out, gave us the badass gimmick again. It's not a political thing. It's a human being thing. All right, Shinsuke lining him up against that exposed turnbuckle. Here we go. Oh, the knee to the turnbuckle. This is a good match. So expanding SmackDown to 3 hours, this is what I wanted to see. Good matches. This match alone is better than the last 20 episodes of Rampage. There's the, okay. So now what do we do here? All right, now Shinsuke needs a new opponent. Now LA Knight might be fighting Jacob Fatu, which I'm fine with. Get some new blood into the new bloodline storytelling. Let me know if Solo came out all right tonight. Let me know if he did anything. That's another big thing. Is he lost to Roman? I like those new ref shirts. Oh, is Jacob Fatu wearing military vest? Man, guy's a beast. Yeah, the ref shirts are a little more fitted too, which I like. There we go. He hits it every time. If you ever get a chance to see Jacob Fatu live, please do. All right, Cody helping LA Knight now. I mean, you could do a crossover, and then LA Knight could be helping Cody out and get into the mix and fight KO at Mania. It's a long ways off, though. It's a long ways off, a lot of storytelling, so we'll see. But I'm very interested to see how they pull off the ladder match at Royal Rumble. I think that's a great surprise right there for the world title. And I say keep that one short. Not like short, but keep that one short. Don't cut off the women's Royal Rumble match to make more time for it. Make that the match kind of cut short. Keep it quick and tight. We're getting a 6-man. Portland getting an impromptu Cody match. That's fine. Your champ is wrestling. That's what we want to see, right? We don't always need title defenses, but... All right, Nick Aldis. I do believe Nick Aldis versus KO at WrestleMania is kind of what we could be building towards, too. Nick Aldis clearly not skipping a day in the gym. All right. One more match here with the OG Bloodline tonight. Oh, that's going to be the main event now. Okay. You get to hear everyone's theme song one more time. At least it's Jimmy this time. At least it's Jimmy Uso, not Jay Uso. I love Jay, but Jay gets all his shine. You said that great match with Drew McIntyre, which was a really good match. Yes, it ended in a roll-up. That's fine. All right, it's Tiffy time. Tiffy time is up next. Let's talk about this week in WWE wrestling all over Los Angeles. Man, it was crazy. Let me know what you thought about this. This is the SmackDown on Netflix debut. I thought it was pretty good, but again, I'm going to preface by saying it was just like an anniversary show. So cool stuff, good matches, a lot of filler, brother. But I thought this really kicked it off to a nice degree here. The intro, I like the video intro. I like the history of WWE to kind of introduce people because, again, this is streaming on Netflix, a lot of different countries all over the world. Get to see that little history of WWE, which I thought was a nice way to introduce them to the Netflix audience. And then we get this intro by Triple H. Crowd goes wild. We're all ready. I thought everything looked great. I thought, like, everything I thought looked great. This was the kind of upgrade I wanted from WWE years and years and years ago. Just never got because of crusty old Vince. But this was it. Everything. The graphics, the round microphone I thought looked smooth. The pyro was good. I like the entrance. It is a cross between what they've been using and the old, like, the In Your House days, the WWF logo, like around the Doink and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart era, kind of like that intro, but it's still like a tunnel. I liked it a lot. I don't know if they're going to do anything else with that, depending on the cities. If they're going to change that tunnel look, but I loved it. I loved everything about it. I love the graphics leading into the matches. I liked what I saw leading up to next week's Monday Night Raw. I think it looks like another stacked Raw, and that's gonna be the one that we really need to like gauge what Raw is gonna be like on Netflix, because obviously they're throwing everything at this first one: The Rock, Undertaker, Hogan. I know I'm missing some people, but touting all those celebrities that were out there, they even missed some. It was like an anniversary show, so it was very entertaining, but it was a great watch. It was a good celebration of WWE on a new platform, which AEW did the week before on Max. So hey, good stuff in wrestling all around with streaming. I didn't have any buffering problems. Did you? I did watch it on a bit of a delay because of some stuff going on here in Los Angeles. Again, the fires turning everyone's world topsy-turvy here. But this on tape delay, you can fast forward through the commercials, unlike if you're watching a PLE on Peacock, which it won't let you. It'll stop. And even wherever you stop, it'll put a commercial there. Everything was great, man. I loved the presentation of this. I thought it was just so... It was innovative but simple. So let me know your thoughts. Put your comments in there and let me know what you thought of the Netflix debut of WWE and Monday Night Raw, because, like we said, it was a stacked show. It was so stacked. Everything was on there. John Cena came out, same shit, different shirt, but whatever. We're in the final year of John Cena. Only, what, 51 weeks left, 50 weeks left of John Cena. Isn't that glorious? Only 50 weeks left. Started out big, though, with The Rock coming out, doing his intro. He's going face, which I thought was very interesting. But okay. He changed it a little bit up on NXT, just to say he's telling the story and whatever. But that's fine, because I know he had to do like the promo stuff and put over the execs from Netflix. So Rock on the board of TKO. But Roman Reigns got the follow back. We'll see where it goes with Solo. What else can they really do with the bloodline if they're not doing Rock versus Roman this year? From what I've heard, they're going to be doing some Moana live action reshoots, and I don't know if this is what I heard. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I heard here in Hollywood. So I don't think The Rock will really have too much to do at this year's WrestleMania. I'm fine with that. I don't really want to see him versus Cody. But a lot of cool other stuff, though. Travis Scott, that was a cool intro, man. I like that they let him smoke in there, too. Obviously, you can't smoke in buildings here in California, but it's legal. Why not? I thought it was a cool intro. I thought it was great. I thought the crowd loved it. The one thing with people coming out in the crowd, you got to make sure that they know where they are. It took, I think, everyone just a little bit to figure out what was going on with Travis Scott coming out. But awesome stuff. Introducing the new Raw theme song, which we'll probably see this Monday. Decent match, too, man. I really enjoyed that match with Drew McIntyre, because I love Drew's character right now. Rhea Ripley winning. I think we all saw this coming, but I think we're glad. The rumor was that this is going to be a WrestleMania match that they fast-tracked, as well as the main event, which is good, because it's kind of going to get a little worn down if this lasted all the way until, was it late April now? So I'm glad this happened. I liked Undertaker coming out. It's fine coming out as the badass. We don't need anything else other than Mark Calloway coming out. We all know. We all know who Mark Calloway is now as compared to The Undertaker. And then, of course, the CM Punk Seth Rollins match. Holy shit, was this good. Did you see the interview after with CM Punk, man? Putting over Chris Bay, and just a great promo. This was just a huge Monday Night Raw. But again, it was more of a anniversary type show. But it was a lot of fun. And you can't deny that they built a huge show. They're touting huge ratings, millions and millions of people watching. The other site that's going around saying like 600 some thousand, that's a bullshit number. But yeah, ratings are kind of a weird thing now because of the Netflix deal, because of AEW on Max. We'll see who even sticks with the cable ratings now. I didn't see what the AEW Dynamite ratings were. If someone wants to put those into the comment section and let us know if we want to look those up. But solid Monday Night Raw. But next week and the week after are going to be the ones that we pay attention to and see how Raw looks without 20 minutes of watching celebrities, without the old school All-Stars coming back. So Let me know your thoughts of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Because it's almost tippy time, baby. And this is huge. NXT here in LA as well. It ended with The Rock, but this is the big ending. This is the ending, in my opinion, right here. Celebrating Julia and Obafemi as the new champions. I think Roxanne and Trick are coming in the Rumble. I think they're coming in the Rumble, and one of them could probably come beforehand. One of them could even come Monday night and cost an Intercontinental title challenger of the match. But I don't think they'll do that for that. I think that's going to be a clean match, actually. But Tippy Time is coming up. That was a great cash-in, by the way, last week. But NXT was also a great show. It just felt big, and it just felt different. They always say new eras and new eras and new eras. I don't think this is going to be a new era per se with that, but I'm excited for where this is going. Obafemi becoming champ just shows that you don't know who will become champ in NXT, and that's what I like about it. And Roxanne Perez, I got to give it to her. Great run. Great heel run. Awesome heel run. Motor City Machine Guns out right now. Let me know your thoughts, though, on NXT here in LA, and, of course, Monday Night Raw in LA. All right, Motor City Machine Guns out right now. SmackDown, Portland, Oregon. I'm Zach. Thank you for joining the West Coast Podcast. Figuring out what the Friday show is going to be up now that Rampage is. All right, Motor City Machine Guns. Let's get some storylines going for some tag teams that are outside of the title picture. A-Town Down Under. Okay. I don't need this to be a number one contenders match. It's good. It's just what this is going to be, is a straight up match. So they got the main event. Rat-a-tat-tat. Motor City Machine Guns. You got to have a ladder match at WrestleMania. You have to. And I think you put the tag teams in there because some of the tag teams, they go in and out in the flux. And I think you give the tag teams a ladder match this year. Give them some shine. I know there's so many on both shows. Any other kind of matches you think you'd like to see at WrestleMania? I always say ladder match. I thought the original match for the women's IC title should have been a ladder match at last year's Mania, but at least we have the belts, right? Chelsea Green's a great U.S. champ. Who do you have for the first ever women's Intercontinental champion? I think I have my money on Dakota. Dakota Kai is going to be the first ever women's IC champion. All right, we'll get this tag match off here in just a little bit. Again, these are the fires happening in LA right now. There's multiple fires. Lots been going on. The Sunset Fire has been put out and contained. That's the photo that's right behind here. Running Canyon, that's in the thumbnail. Just a little briefing on where things are here in LA. Knock and I are good. We're safe. The air quality here sucks. And then, again, if it was daytime, if you could see out that window, it's just a big cloud of smoke from the Palisades fire. That's out west back there. Terrible stuff. So, again, if you want to donate, I got 2 links in the description of this video for the LAFD and American Red Cross. So if you want to help out, if you can. But I know everyone's got stuff going on in their lives. But seeing friends' stories of them get evacuated, seeing people lose their homes here in LA, and just it's crazy. It's just so it just guts you. And it's day after day of seeing that here. And so we're here tonight just to kind of cut loose with some wrestling. We're going to talk about some movie stuff too. And then again, this is the Sunset Fire that was right behind us. You see kind of in the corner of my room here. That's where that is. The orange section, that's where the fire was. It's Runyon Canyon. And just as you can see to the right, that's the Hollywood sign. If you want to base yourself on where things are here. And then SoFi, where WrestleMania 39 was, you just go south. That is it. Let's talk some fun stuff. Get our minds off of this madness that is the fires here in LA. If you want to see what that really looked like, I did take a video. I put a short out this week, and that's what it looked like from Running Canyon, from this room, from that window. Fucking wild. Wild, wild, wild. Someone else here in LA, Datilla, how are you doing? How are you? I was near the one here at Runyon. That's right out here. We're a couple blocks are being evacuated, but we're okay. If you want to watch that short, Datilla, that's the fire that we're close to. How are you? Are you near any of the fires? Are you okay? Datilla here in LA. Datilla was at Monday Night Raw. Datilla, great friend of the channel. Yeah, it's just fucking wild. I can see the smoke Datilla from the Palisades fire. That's like 16 miles away, and you can just see this big cloud of smoke coming out. Are you reviewing SmackDown after Datilla? If you are, please tell everyone where to go and check you out after to see your review of another 3-hour Friday Night SmackDown. All right, Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes versus Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Tonga Loa is still out with an injury. That's what I'd like to see get into a tag ladder match. If you watch some New Japan stuff. Oof. All right, Motor City Machine Gun's out right now. Who are they standing next to this last week? Last week, they're standing next to someone. I'm not trying to shade them, but I mean, they're like, yeah. Whatever. All right, they are advertising it, so I'm going to advertise it. Royal Rumble, 3 weeks away. You can watch it right here. All three of us. Eric, Knock, and myself. We're going to have so much fun doing the Royal Rumble. I don't know if we're going to do the whole Royal Rumble. We're going to do both matches for sure, and I think we're going to do that ladder match. So, Royal Rumble, stream it right here with us. So you're not near any of the fires. Good for you. I hope you're good. Hope everyone you know is good, and that's good that you're not near them, man. It's crazy to see that right out your window and know that you could lose everything, and then you see people who have lost everything, and you realize how lucky you are. So we're the lucky ones. Datilla. All right, A-Town down right now. It has been nonstop crazy. Nonstop crazy. Knock is good. Eric's good too. Eric is living the Grand Theft Auto life in Florida. We're all good, and we'll all be here for the Royal Rumble. So glad you're good too, Datilla. Glad you're good. Datilla, what were your thoughts? If you're going to stick around, if you got stuff to do, I know, especially if you're going to be covering SmackDown after, you got to get your show ready. What did you think? Be live at the Netflix debut of Monday Night Raw in Los Angeles at the Into a Dome. And what was it like going in there seeing this? I saw your post. I was jealous. I was very jealous. I was going to get tickets last minute. Last minute tickets were $584. I said, no, I can't do it. I did not go to Raw Datilla. I could not afford that crazy, crazy price. And NXT, I couldn't make. I wasn't going to be able to. Some family stuff going on, so that was a no-go for me. Did you go to NXT? I know you're at this packed anniversary style Monday Night Raw. And I don't know if you went back and watched any highlights, but I was just telling everyone here, the presentation on TV for Raw was great. Everything was a positive upgrade. Everything looked great. It looked like 2025. We were watching stuff that looked like it was in the old Raw looked like it was like 2015. There was nothing too great about it. Everything looks new. I'm not going to call this era of wrestling the Netflix era. I'm not going to. I'm not going to call everything the CW era, the Max era. I'm not. But it felt like a new era. I feel bad for A-Town down, man. I feel really bad. They both are just kind of like idled and get matches like this. I'm sure they'll get something, but oh man, that Monday Night Raw. What else we got going on here? Let's get into some comic book stuff really quick. Chris Hemsworth had a meeting with George Miller and Kevin Feige. There's talks of George Miller doing a Marvel movie. Now, what is it going to be? The big rumor is that it's going to be World War Hulk. But since Chris Hemsworth brought him in, fresh after working with him on Furiosa, the other rumor is this could be Thor 5. Which movie do you think George Miller would be better at doing? World War Hulk or Thor 5? It's all about storytelling and big world build with George Miller. So I'm excited for this. I just hope they give him the right project. But this is huge. This is someone I cannot wait to see tackle an MCU movie if they give him leeway. Now, I know they're not going to give him as much leeway as Warner Brothers did with Furiosa because that was a lot. They gave him a lot of leeway because Mad Max Fury Road was so good. I haven't seen Furiosa yet, but I love Fury Road. That is it. Chris Hemsworth brings in George Miller for a meeting with Marvel and Kevin Feige. Which movie of the rumored two do you think he's going to be doing? World War Hulk or Thor 5? I don't know if I'm really excited for a World War Hulk movie, just because they brought Scar in on She-Hulk. Didn't really work. Didn't like the look. Didn't like they just brought in at a picnic. Kind of killed my Hulk love. Still love Ruffalo. Still like the Hulk, but I like the Hulk. I don't love the Hulk. All right, more tag team action as we're just hanging out and we're just going to minds off the fires here in LA, talking comics, talking video games, and of course, talking SmackDown live from Portland, Oregon. Steak Gorgonzola Alfredo. This looks like a bunch of shit just thrown into a dish. What is this for? This is gross. Your manicotti looks gross. What is it? Ew, mussels at Olive Garden? Ugh. No, thank you. I'll just choke on some breadsticks and be all right. All right, next up is we're on commercial right now. Scream 7. Scream 7 is filming. It is finally filming. The cameras are rolling. Kevin Williamson posted something when he said he wasn't supposed to because he had the best day of his career on the first day of filming Scream 7. And Patrick Dempsey is officially returning. He hasn't been seen since Scream 3. Married with Sidney Prescott and has kids, I think, in Portland, Oregon. So we'll see. Maybe they're at SmackDown tonight. But Scream 7 is officially filming. Started this week. I'm excited because Kevin Williamson's behind it. He said he made reference to Wes Craven too, so I think he gets what these movies need to be. I don't know if Spyglass really did with the last two, and the people who made it, I forgot their name. Radio Silence, they're fine. I really like Ready or Not. I thought they had a great grasp on what that story and the characters were. But Radio Silence doing that, was it Abigail? That was a tough watch. That was a really tough watch. On every level. Pacing, characters, dialogue, special effects. I hated that villain. I don't want to say I hated that kid, but I thought that was just terrible. I thought the villain was terrible. So Radio Silence still, I think, in some capacity involved in Scream 7, but Kevin Williamson of Dawson's Creek fame, but the original Scream trilogy fame is in there, so I'm excited. Scream 7. Millennial Noob, how are you doing? I hope you're all right and hope you're having a great new year. Yeah, something different for tonight, and we'll figure out the Friday night show. But tonight is SmackDown and just hanging out, getting away from these fires that just happened behind us. So I hope you're having a great new year so far, Millennial Noob. All right. This is so weird not watching Rampage. Again, if you're new, I used to do Rampage live streams until it was 86 last 2 weeks ago. So it's been 2 weeks since we streamed, had some family stuff, and then had the fires this week. So I haven't been doing anything here, but I wanted to get something out just to say hey and just check up with everyone, let you know that Knock and I are good. Eric's good in Florida. We're back for the Rumble, baby. Next week, we're going to do some fun stuff. I'm putting together a list. We're going to have a good time doing a list. This is the movie I was talking about a big WWE superstar is a part of and an AEW superstar. They had the trailer come out, I do believe it was 2.5 weeks ago, but Happy Gilmore 2, it'll be on Netflix. You see Happy and Shooter there at a funeral or the cemetery. I don't know whose, but there are kids in here that Happy and his girl, Julie Bowen from Modern Family have. MJF is one of those kids. MJF is one of Happy's kids. I think from what I read, Becky Lynch's role in this movie is with other celebrities as golfers. So I think she's going to play Becky Lynch along with some athletes. So that is what I heard. But Becky Lynch and MJF in Happy Gilmore 2. Becky Lynch also working on some secret mystery project. And while we're talking about that, Seth Rollins said this week that his role was cut from Captain America 4. So, as he said, if you plan on going to Captain America 4 because of Seth Rollins, he's sorry to inform you that his role has been cut. So for the millions of people that were going just for the Serpent King, he humbly apologizes. Hey, guy, got a hot tag here from Motor City Machine Guns. That's what I like to see. I like to see the crowd get behind them because they're fantastic, especially if you're like knocking, watched Impact and TNA. They're so good. I gotta say, I wasn't really expecting them in WWE. I don't have too many slides just because I had a lot to deal with this week. But we got some more stuff to cover. And then, of course, please watch Beast Games and Knock number 149. He's in it. Keep up with the show. It's fun. And see if you can see Knock. If you do, please leave comments if you have a Knock sighting in Beast Games. Number 149, Knock. Yes, Knock is in Beast Games. Let us know if you've been watching it. Otherwise, we'll start watching it or rewatching it. The Raw was overhyped. I hated the Intuit Dome. Ooh, the stairs felt so narrow. I got my tickets through a third-party app, and nope, I didn't go to NXT. Good for you. Datilla, around your seats when I was looking, above where they had the drone shots, again, if you weren't live and you're watching on Netflix, those seats were like $584. So good for you for getting on a third party. But there you go. There's some inside of what it's like being into a dome. Oh, I don't like narrow stairs. After WrestleMania 35, I went to Raw at I'm blanking on the name. I'm blanking on the name of the place. Don't know why. Anyways, narrow ass stairs. Narrow stairs. I didn't like it. The vertigo started kicking in. I couldn't handle it. 3 hours of that. False count on the rest. That's what I would have done to Tilla. I probably would have tied myself to the chair just to make sure. Especially when people. How can I ask you this? As long as you watch it, I'll probably pick your brain on this. Did you boo Hulk Hogan? And whether you did or didn't, was it as loud as it was on TV or the replays? That Hogan boo was something else. Again, I'll bet this Raw looks really good on a highlight reel. It was a lot of filler for 3 hours. It was really loud. I recorded the video of Hulk Hogan. That's awesome. That is awesome. The Hulk Hogan boos. I love it. Jimmy brother, what'd you do back there? Why are they booing you? I gotta say, I like that they're giving this tag match a lot of time. Again, if this was in the Vince era, one of these teams would have been squashed before that last commercial. Motor City Machine Guns are so good at selling too. They're making A-Town Down Under look good. These two fit SmackDown really good, I gotta say. Joe is going to be doing a post-Raw show with Big E. Also, they just canceled 2 of the shows that were on Peacock. Was it Talking Smack or whatever? I didn't watch either one of them, but I mean, they're cutting all their Peacock stuff. If you do notice, they're cutting all their Peacock stuff. Mortis and Machine Guns take it, of course. There it is. But yes, they're cutting all the Peacock stuff because they are transitioning in thoughts of putting everything on Netflix, possibly as part of the next deal with them. So we'll see. Did not get tickets to either one. Should. Knock and I were talking about it. Again, a lot of stuff has been going on with the holidays and like family stuff and the fires, so we haven't talked about this. We should. Did you get tickets? And again, if you want to promote where your videos are, please put it right in the chat and let people know. Great person to follow if you're into wrestling, Power Rangers, pop culture stuff. Datilla. I do want to go see something. I don't. I want to see Rebellion more than I want to see Revolution. Yeah. All right, there's DIY. Ciampa. I like the Ciampas, the NXT Ciampa. That's the good Ciampa. Johnny's always a good Johnny. Good Johnny or bad Johnny. Anyone else in LA get tickets to Rebellion or Revolution? I'm cooling off AEW big time. Big time, I gotta say. Especially now that Rampage is gone. That piece, that hour every week of AEW is out of my life. Yeah, I just a lot of storylines I don't dig, and I got to sit through them to get to the ones that I do like. I haven't got tickets to Rebellion yet, but I got tickets to Revolution. All right. Are they decently priced, Attila? I had a friend tell me the tickets are almost double from last year's. Why are they raising tickets? Especially with the crypto. They could sell out the crypto if they don't raise tickets. Candace back on the right. Nia Jax. Why have friends if you're Nia Jax? Your last 2 friends cashed in on you. The Money in the Bank briefcase. Nate. 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 Nate, are you excited? Nate, Scream 7 is filming, and Patrick Dempsey's officially coming back. How excited are you? I still say that blondish, brown-haired kid is going to be one of the killers. I want something different from the killers. The last Scream movie had the perfect opportunity to have mass amounts, especially with the film school stuff, mass amounts of Scream killers. Could have been different. And then since you do such a big one, instead of, I don't want to give it away, but people you don't care about. Anyways, you go back down into this one, and you go back to a singular one. Either way, Courtney Cox and Nev Campbell can never be the killer. You gotta have a damn good story for that to happen. Yes, Nate's excited. I'm excited. This might have just resurrected the franchise. I think Kevin Williamson coming back will resurrect it. I do think the one dude coming back, like we talked about, is signifying the rest are coming back. If not, that dude has to die. You can't do 2 movies in a row where you're stabbed 1,000 times and live. You just can't do it. Any other movies coming out that everyone's excited for? Here's what I want to do next Friday. I'll probably do it during SmackDown too, so you can talk SmackDown. I might have it on while we do it. But all the upcoming movies of 2025. I'll start with next weekend's releases, and then we'll just go through the whole year, and we'll cover everything. Obviously, release dates may change. I know of a couple that happened like a week or 2 ago, like Mickey 17. We'll talk about that. We'll have fun, and we'll go over the hype of what we have for each movie. Not exactly every one. I'll just cover them, but we'll go through. We'll cover the most anticipated ones. Obviously, I won't get to a lot of them. I'll try to hit up some independent ones too. Ones that I know about. Those are the ones I probably won't get the release schedules to just yet because studios are figuring stuff out. But this one I'm excited for. Scream 7 next year. Oh, Fantastic Four I'm excited about. And speaking of Fantastic Four, have you been playing Marvel Rivals? Because the Fantastic Four is here. Just watch out for that malice. Yowza. Anyways, I gotta play as Fantastic Four yet. I haven't been able to because there's a lot of stuff going on here in LA. But who are your go-to people in Marvel Rivals? Let us know. I'm a sucker for Punisher. I just love Punisher. Yeah, Eric's got his. Knox still got to play this game yet, but Eric and I got our go-to people, so let us know who your go-to people in Marvel Rivals is as the Fantastic Four join the fray. And if you've been keeping up with what's been released, new skins coming for a lot of people, but also footage of Jean Grey and Emma Frost. So expect Jean Grey, Emma Frost, and today I think was the day, or maybe yesterday, but Blade. The Blade footage has been out there. I think it's part of this season that's coming out with Dracula as the main villain. But I'm excited. What a year for Fantastic Four. This, the movie, good stuff. Tried to keep up with the comics, but it's also kind of tough. All right, as we are getting ready for Tiffany Stratton and Tiffy time in the big tag match coming up, we'll talk more pop culture. These are your PlayStation monthly games. Anybody care about Suicide Squad? Anybody? Has anybody played this? I know a couple people played this. None of them had good things to say. That is one of your free games. What is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Has anybody played that game? Please let me know. And I forgot the other one there, but it's a racing game. There it is. Those are January monthly games from PlayStation Plus. Just give me the original Power Up of the Rapper. Give me that. Give me the Metal Game games for free. I think most of them are, actually. What are you playing right now? I just got Helldivers 2. I've been playing a lot of that. And then I got Astrobot for Christmas, but I'm going to wait and play some other games for a while. But this is what we're watching right now. Friday Night SmackDown. And again, checking out the fires. This is the fire right behind me here. The Sunset Fire right by the Hollywood sign in Runyon Park. There's a short up on our channel that shows what it was like watching it from the window right here. It was fucking insane. Didn't know we almost had to be evacuated. It's right there. It's less than a mile away. That's how close this was. So if you do want to donate, I know a lot of us have money tied up and everything, myself included, but I do have 2 links in the description for the LAFD and American Red Cross if you do have that option to donate. But now it is Tiffy time. Boy, did she get a pop on Monday night, huh? Her and Macaulay Culkin were, I think, the 2 biggest pops of the night. Attila, if you're still in the chat, let us know what pop of the night was. You heard it live. Attila went to Monday Night Raw. The new women's champion is out right now. Tiffany Stratton with a great cash in last week. I thought they played it really well. Oh, the headphones just died, so I got it on here. Oh. Refreshing. These just died on me. That's okay. Try something else here. Try these. There we go. Back in it. It's Tiffy time, baby. They call him their ace reporter, Mr. Byron Saxton. I love it. That was a really good, unexpected surprise, that cash-in. That's what the cash-in should be. Byron wears the hell out of that suit. in two ways. One, he looks good, and two, that's all he wears is a salmon jacket. Pardon me as I drink some water. All right, a tiffy turn of events. It was less than a year ago. This is another good sign of her winning people from NXT and getting called up to the main roster. I kind of feel like Lyra Valkyrie might be the first IC champion, but I think it should go to Dakota Kai. If it's not going to Natalya, I think the first IC champion should be Dakota Kai. I really thought it should have went to Natalya. You're too smart. All right, so here's the thing with Tiffany Stratton as champion. When she became champ in NXT, all of a sudden the mic skills got a little, I don't know if it was because of pressure on her, but in NXT, when she became champ, the mic skills got a little wonky when they were fantastic beforehand. So far, they're good tonight. I'm just pointing that out. This is one of my observations. Two new women's champions in WWE in a week. Who's next to lose? Gunther or Cody? The IC title needs to like stay put for a while. I don't know if they're going to make her a full face. I feel like she's going to be a heel. I think they're just going to do this tweener thing and have this match at the Royal Rumble and then give her a challenger that's a face. I could see Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble or being the challenger to face her at WrestleMania just because of, if I remember correctly, Charlotte was Tiffany's, like, I want to say inspiration, but, oh, Nia swore. Nia swore. She said, shit. Like Candace will from the back, right? Uh-oh. Nia is pissed. Nia had a great run, by the way. I wasn't the biggest fan of Nia Jax, but I guess that was a great run. Now I'm a fan of Nia Jax. Not as big a fan as Eric is. Eric absolutely loves Nia Jax. He talks about it all the time. Nia with the slow walk. You know what I'd like to have seen, to be honest? Maybe, I don't know what their long-term storytelling is, but had Solo win by the bloodline jumping Roman on Raw and having Nia be one of the new people joining the new bloodline. Give Nia something to do. I don't know, something different. Add something to the new bloodline. She's part of it. She talks like a villain in a movie. She's good when she's shady. Or I'll take it. Who's this? Whose music is this? Is Bayley? Okay. Bayley was talking to the Raw GM on Monday. What could that mean? Oh, so is Bayley heel? Is Bayley gonna be in between? I don't like very friendly Bayley. That's not my favorite Bayley. It's like overly friendly Johnny Gargano. All I know is Nia Jax is heel. I don't know who's the face here in this ring. I guess that's why she's pissed off. Okay. I forgot about SummerSlam. All right. I feel like if they do a battle royal for Tiffy's next challenge, it's too close to the Royal Rumble. Naomi and Bianca look so much better together than Jade and Bianca. Oh, Naomi with the fucking pop. I like it. Oh, I like the dual thing with the names on there, with both their images on there. I like that. Naomi and Bianca. I like that it gives them character. I'm a guy who grew up with 80s toys like G.I. Joes and Storm Shadow and Scarlet and Transformers and all that stuff. Who in that ring took out Jay Cargill? I guess we'll find out. That's going to be Jay Cargill's WrestleMania opponent. Naya's pretty funny. Naya's pretty funny. She's pretty good. Okay. This has to be going to some kind of battle royal or some kind of match going for it. This is also a good build-up for the Royal Rumble if they want to do that. Because that way you think one of these women is going to win for Tiffany Stratton and then Charlotte comes in. But then what do you do with these women? All right, that was decent. I like to see the champion fight. All right, that's decent. We don't know who the competitors are going to be for Tiffany's championship. Challenger. Here comes someone else. Is it a ref? Nick Aldis. He's going to set up a battle royal. I know he's going to set up a battle royal. Four. Who will face her at Royal Rumble? Oh, it's happening right now. I gotta say, again, back in the Vince era, this shit would have been dragged out, but this Triple H era, man, just getting it every single show. You're getting something, the storylines are moving. It's like the first few seasons of 24. All these storylines, in every episode, something moves forward, and that's what you need to do. Not everything needs to move forward, not the big ones, but something, just little things need to move forward. All right, women's four-way match up next. I'm excited for that. I feel like that should be the main event, but of course, they give the crowd Cody at the end. 3-hour SmackDown. It is going back down to 2 hours this June to Triple H, so that's fine. It's a lot of wrestling. Again, we're coming off of another long Monday Night Raw. We'll see what this week's is. I think they have 4 advertised matches. Sheamus and Ludwig. Chad Gable versus Penta. We all know it's Penta, and I'm excited. There's another one. Is it the New Day versus Rey Mysterio and a mystery opponent? Or is that not happening anymore? But the main thing next week on Monday Night Raw is the Women's Intercontinental Championship Finals. I'm excited. This belt is going to be in play after Monday night. I think it should go to Dakota Kai. I think she should be the inaugural champion. She should put the time in on the roster. I think it's too soon for Lyra. I think she's good, but I mean, if it wasn't going to Natty, Dakota Kai was my next pick. So it's not Cobbin time. It's Morphin time, and it's not Adventure time. It's Tiffy time. Hey, Datilla, did you play that new retro Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game? If you have, let me know if it's worth playing. You'll say I'm disappointed that Penta didn't debut in LA. That's the rumor is he got bumped. I don't know if I believe rumors or not, but I thought he was advertised, if I remember correctly, that he was supposed to be there for LA from the vignettes. Was 1/6, but I agree. Nate. Haven't gotten the new game, but it looks more phenomenal. Dig it, yeah, I like it. All right, the game is out. I like these retro games. I still have to play for Shredder's Revenge. I still have that, but I dig these because they're easy for people to make. You can't really screw them up because everyone's doing a copy of one thing, and that's the Konami franchise. That is the one that did The Simpsons, that did the Ninja Turtles games, that did all these great side scrollers. So I'm excited. Rita's Rewind. Thank you. Man, I love the 90s. Rita's Rewind. Anything else out there? If you have any other news and rumors, throw them out there. Any kind of wrestling out there at all, let us know. Again, TNA's coming to LA. AEW's coming to LA. We missed 2 big shows. We missed a couple indie shows. Jericho came to GCW a few weeks ago, but yeah. Yeah. NXT had huge ratings. It almost hit 1 million. It almost hit 1 million on the CW. That's just right away. So next day and DVR ratings, I think it passed 1 million. So that's big views for NXT on the CW. So that's a big number. We'll see if they can maintain that. Again, I don't know what the Dynamite. I can actually look that up right now. What the Dynamite numbers are for this week. But again, now that they're on streaming, AEW Dynamite ratings, what did they get this week? 615. All right. 615,000 views. All right. All right. Fatal 4-Way. Bianca wasn't even like trying to get in on this. She was pushing for Naomi to get on this. Nick Aldis just assumed that Bianca wanted part of Tiffy's title. I would have had someone else come out and be a part of this as well. Nate, I don't really know the news. Isn't that just it? I don't really know the news. What is the news out there? Maybe Hogan's getting turned heel. He's still doing the Saturday Night's Main Event promos. Datilla, maybe you can tell us who 23 is in TNA? I don't know other news yet. Yeah. Is that saying it like Triple H? The news. I don't even know any rumors right now. I have been so out of it because of these fires here in LA. I haven't really even had time to keep up with stuff because I've been keeping up with the evacuation notices. It's all right. If you have any, Nate, let us know. Anything, movies, comics, TV, anything. Oh, I had a Marvel rumor. Oh, fudge. I did have a Marvel rumor. I can't remember what it was. The only Marvel one that I have up is this one, so you can let us know who you think George Miller would be doing a movie for, either Thor or Hulk. It's either Thor 5 or World War Hulk. The Mad Max man himself, Chris Hemsworth, put a meeting together with Marvel, Kevin Feige, and then the rumor is World War Hulk, but I kind of have my money on Thor 5, so it can just be this big deal. I just don't know how you do that when Thor has a kid in the movies now. All right, they could do the winner of this Saturday Night's Main Event, but I do think they should save this for the Rumble and make it a little more important and have the women's title at the Royal Rumble. Since you have the men's SmackDown one, why not have the women's SmackDown one on there? You can put Rhea Ripley on Saturday's Main Event, but I guess you want to mix it up because she was on the last one. Got to introduce the new audiences to different people, or do you say no? We got to keep them kind of the same so they're familiarized with them. I have a feeling Naomi's going to win this because Jade Cargill has not had her attacker revealed yet. I do have a feeling it is Naomi, and that would set up their match for WrestleMania. Could you imagine if it was Bayley? Bayley wouldn't be a bad one, I gotta say. But it's always tippy time. I don't know who I'm picking for the Royal Rumble this year. I just hope Cena doesn't. Can you imagine what a huge letdown that would be? If you thought Hogan got booed on Monday night, just imagine if Trash Bags himself won the Royal Rumble. Ooh, everything's got to happen for Cena. Got to be a 20-time champion before the end of the year. Yeah, I kind of think also maybe Seth Rollins could win it and go after Gunther, and that could be his match for WrestleMania. I feel like that would be a big thank you to Seth Rollins. Have him win the title from Gunther at WrestleMania. I was surprised Punk went over on Monday night, but I don't know. Good match, though. It was a solid match, and I liked it a lot. Another big bomb. This blue mat really does look nice. I was a little iffy on it last week, but now I like it. All right. Again, if you have the opportunity to donate to help relief with the LA fires here, I got two descriptions, two links in the description, one for the LAFD and the other for the American Red Cross. So two legitimate ones. Please watch out for bogus ones. A lot of sick stuff going on with these fires. Bogus charities, people looting homes. Fucking gross. People actually starting these fires. That's disgusting. What are you up to this weekend? What are you doing this weekend? This is, I think, my big thing this weekend. I might stream a movie. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Streamed a lot last week. A lot of movies. Man, I streamed the Joker 2. Ooh. I kind of feel like you could just give Nia the rematch at the Royal Rumble, or you could do it on. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Make a big thud. Nice. Nice. Joe Testarossa is really good. He's growing on me. I like the slow-mo moves afterwards. It's like when you go to break during like an NFL game. I still feel like this should have been the main event. This should have been the main event. I know you got to give it to Cody, but in the bloodline again. All right. Any thoughts on NXT? Two big champions coming out of this, and I think we're getting the call-ups. I think we're getting Roxanne and Trick call-ups. I think Trick's going to Raw. Roxanne could go anywhere. Just please keep her heel. But I'm excited. I think Julia's going to shine. I think they're doing a great job with the women on NXT. I love where it's back-to-back women's matches, and it's not even a big deal anymore. That, if you want to talk about women's wrestling, is the place to talk about. I know there's Stardom. I know there's WoW, but NXT seems to be the one that is pushing different types of things and making sure. I don't know. I just when I watch Stardom, I think it's good. I just think it's like sometimes when you watch Raw or Dynamite, it's just kind of like there the time passes. Great stuff in every company, but I mean, I think NXT is where this really shines. Wow, I gotta say, other than when Penelope Pink's faction or the Beast isn't on, that also can flatline like halfway through the show. So NXT is just where you get more of a variety show and you get different types of women shining in the same light as men, and it just feels more. You never know who's going to main event. You never know who's going to have the better storyline. You never know who's going to match of the night. That's why I like NXT. I also like NXT because if life gets too busy and you missed a few weeks of it, you can jump right back in, and it's just as exciting. You don't need like 20 packages showing you what happened. But NXT, I'm excited on where we're going with this. Femi, man, I'm such a huge fan. Again, if you have any Royal Rumble picks, let me know. I love your guesses. I'm stumped. Surprises. I think Mickie James is going to be there again because of Nick Aldis and just Triple H loves Mickie James. I don't think we'll get Michelle McCool this year. I don't think we'll get a Bella this year, even though Brie was at Raw. Any other big surprises? I don't know that are going to be huge. I think the only huge one, I don't know if he'll make it in time, would be Malachi Black. And I just feel like if you're going to bring Malachi Black in, let's find a way to put Zelina with him. Because Zelina is just kind of lost in the LWO, and I think the LWO needs to break up. That tag team needs a lot of shine, and they're not getting it being in the LWO. And I know if you're going to do something with Rey Mysterio, you got to start thinking about doing that quickly, especially in a final WrestleMania match. I know they're teasing the end of the feud Monday night. Oh, this is the other match I forgot about. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, the end of this feud. So if you think about that, if he loses this match, I think the Judgment Day implodes. And you could even have then Dominic be the mystery partner with Rey Mysterio, or I don't know, something else. But the Judgment Day, I think, also needs to kind of disband. It's getting a little NWO Wolfpacky right now with the Judgment Day. But we'll see what happens on Monday night. I think the road to WrestleMania, I think other things are going to happen for Finn Balor, for Damian Priest, even though I thought, again, this Monday night's match was going to be a WrestleMania match. But Triple H seems to be moving things forward, moving things ahead. Hope he's got good plans. Again, I don't need storytelling that is that predictable in that long form because, again, I'm very happy that the Rhea Liv storyline seems to be done. I would still love a Rhea Dom match. That would be really cool. I know they won't put that on Saturday Night's Main Event and on regular television, but that could be on Netflix. Definitely want a Rhea versus Dom match. All right, number one contenders to see who is going to face Tiffany Stratton at a later date, whether it be Royal Rumble or Saturday Night's Main Event. Face Tiffany Stratton. Next week, I do believe I'm going to do the most anticipated movies of 2025. We'll go month to month. And we'll check out what's going on in 2025 for movies. Obviously, not going to cover every movie for every weekend, but we'll do enough to where we get a good ballpark of what's coming out in 2025, what we can anticipate. Of course, Superman, Mickey 17. Marvel's coming back this year. DC is starting up this year. Have you watching Creature Commandos? I got to watch that finale tonight. It's been okay. I liked it a little bit less with each episode. All right, Nia Jax is being ganged up on right now, so I do believe Nia Jax is going to be the one to come back and get her rematch against Tiffany Stratton. Candice LeRae out there. What if she turns to Nia Jax too? Wouldn't that be fucked up? There we go. Yeah, these two as tag teams, they just work so fluidly. They work so well together. All right, here we go. The tag champs against each other. I like this. Maybe they're teasing that. See, that could be the big thing. You could have a three-way, the big three against each other at WrestleMania. One of them is Jade Cargill's assailant. There's a match on NXT to see who will face Bianca and Naomi for the titles at a later date as well. Will it be Isla Dawn and Double Fire? Will it be the Meta 2? We're going to talk about the Fires just a little bit after this matchup here, just so you're kind of up to date on what's going on here, and let you know why we haven't totally been on the last couple of weeks, among other reasons. Yeah, you got to get this tonight, huh? There we go. Is Naomi going to take the pin? No. That's the thing, too. Who takes the pin? Of course, if you're familiar with wrestling, taking the pin can make you look a little bad, but 10,000 in attendance. I wonder how much they paid for tickets because that Monday Night Raw, $584 for nosebleeds. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right, Cody and Jimmy versus Jacob Fatu and Tonga is up after this. I don't know if I'm going to stream that whole thing or if I'm going to end this a little bit early. Again, got some stuff going on here. But we'll talk about the Fires one more time and cover anything else that we need to cover. And, of course, get your chats in. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, be part of the family, give a thumbs up on the video, too. Oh, big slam from Bianca. There we go. Oh, thought Bayley was going to eat the pin for a second. All right, again, if you've been paying attention, we do have the Fires here in LA's. Knock and I are good. The air quality here sucks. And then right outside that window, you can see smoke from the fire about 16 miles away. Here we go. Candice LeRae. Oh, Naomi got whipped. Will Bianca take advantage? Will she do a heel move? Nope, Nia Jax. I think Bayley's going to pin Naomi. Here we go. Bayley's going to pin Naomi. Rose plant. That's it. Bayley will face Tiffany Stratton at a later date. I think they might put this on Saturday Night's Main Event. That's only a few weeks away. I don't think it has any matches set up for it yet. This could be the first. I think they would have said this would have been at the Royal Rumble, and they already have the men's championship match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes as a ladder match set for the Royal Rumble. Ooh. You've seen the bruises from the whips before. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Bayley pins Naomi. And that's it. 'Cause, 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 I don't know if I'm digging Bayley's new music. It just doesn't hit. Again, when she came out, I didn't know exactly who she was. I don't know who she was when she came out, but the music. All right, there's Cody Rhodes in his Arn Anderson tracksuit. All right. Sure, there'll be some Kevin Owens interference. Doing a Jimmy and Melo feud. Melo's good. I don't want him to fight with Trick Melo right away. Braun Strowman legitimately sick, so apparently he lost like 30 pounds. Oh. I'll take that feud. I'll take that feud all day. He's something good on the mic. All right. The tag team match is next. I don't know if I'm really going to stick around. So let's just go through everything that we covered already tonight, and we'll see. Get your comments in if you want to talk about anything. I'll hang out here for a little bit. But again, tonight we're watching SmackDown and the LA Fire updates here. They're talking about it right now. American Red Cross. I got a link down below in the description where you can help donate, and also to the LAFD if you can donate to them. Either or, legit links down in the description below to help with the funding that they need to help with these fires here in California. They are just fucking horrendous. They got the links right there on TV. They got the QR code you can scan. But this is where the fires are here in Hollywood. The Palisades fire, 60 miles that way to the west. The Sunset fire got put out night of right over there, which started another fire in Studio City. That's the one in the picture. And if you watch the short that we have up on the channel, you can actually watch it burning, bags packed, getting ready to evacuate. That's how dire it was getting down here. And I know some people that had to evacuate that did lose stuff. So we were very lucky. And of course, the Pasadena fire, the Kenneth fire, the Eden fire is the one. There's all like the one that was right behind us here. That was the small one. And you can see on the map here, that was the small one. So we got very lucky. And again, this is like a map here. I'm below that green area below where they're going to evacuate. And then that orange area is what was on fire. And then the warning level for evacuation was in the red there. But that's how bad it was. And again, the picture in the thumbnail is from that hill being on fire. It is Runyon Canyon. I've hiked it. A lot of people that we know hike it. It's one of those things that if you Google what to do here in Hollywood, that comes up. It's on fire. Rumors are going on that some of these are man-made by an arsonist, but we'll see when stuff comes out. Either way, heavy, huge winds were causing these fires to move sparks. Like one of them caused a spark to go on the other side of that hill into Studio City. The Hollywood sign, you can see right there where it is, but that's we're moments away from so many things being burnt here that were iconic here in Hollywood. People's homes being burnt, lives being lost. But because of the LAFD being on top of it, and getting water dropped from planes and helicopters, it was avoided. Again, if you can donate, I got the links in the description. But man, we're moments away from being evacuated. And the LAFD, they did it, man. In a couple hours, they were able to control this and get it down. Huge thank you to the LAFD for doing what they did, not only here at the Sunset Fire and keeping me and my family here at home safe, but what they're doing, the amount of overtime, the amount of work and manpower that's been put in to fight these fires is ridiculous right now. So thank you, LAFD, because you're saving lives. As much stuff is being lost, you're saving so much for what you're doing. It tells us she's able to smell the smoke when you open the door. It's that bad. I taped up our door to Tilla. I had tape over our door because it was just coming in. That's how bad it was. Guys get those warning texts about evacuating. We did get them after the fire was done. We got the ones last night that were false alarms. So that's another thing that's confusing people. Their texts were evacuating. Did you get them? Because it was confusing because this fire had been out for about a day and we got evacuation texts. Kind of a crazy thing to get when you think everything's okay. Yeah. So weird, especially if there's no fire by you and you get an evacuation text. Isn't that wild? You're like, you're looking out your windows and you can't tell exactly because you're smelling something. So you don't know if you're smelling something near you or if you're smelling one of these other fires that are around here. So much. This is just so crazy. So damn crazy. But keep in touch with anyone that you know that's out here. Keep asking if they're okay. Make sure I don't know what to make sure to do. Just support anyone that you can out here, and otherwise, yeah, just thank you to the LAFD. Some warnings were sent as an error. Yeah, I got a couple error messages to tell after the fires were set. So then I thought I had to pack the car with the bags. So it's very frustrating, especially to a lot of people who did leave because of those warnings that were false. All right. Oh, the title match with Bayley and Tiffany is taking place next week. It's not taking place like a week later at Saturday Night's main event. Why didn't you put it on Saturday Night's main event? This is okay. I don't get why this isn't on Saturday Night's main event. Something's got to happen for it to be on next week's SmackDown. I know you want to give people a show, and it's a 3-hour show, and you got to fill it. But man, this should have been. The SmackDown has been something, and we still have a tag match left. I'm going to cover everything just in case I got to bounce early, but we're just going to cover everything again. Again, leave comments. Tatilla, thanks for jumping in. This was a great match too. If you missed it, Shinsuke versus LA Knight. I thought this was a great match. I had a lot of fun with it. We're starting new feuds with the new bloodline. I think this is how the night's going to end. LA Knight coming back and helping them out. So Solo Sikoa returns next week on SmackDown. So we're going to figure out where the storyline goes from there. Will it involve LA Knight? Will it involve Cody Rhodes? We'll see. Will he come back with Zilla and some new people? All right, Jacob Fatu right now. I love you, Jacob Fatu. All right, again, leave comments on anything that we're talking about here. Of course, the big debut of Raw on Netflix. Tatilla was there. A lot of stuff went down, but it's kind of like an anniversary show. Still a lot of fun this week with the Women's Intercontinental Championship Finals. That's going to be a big match. And the next 2 or 3 SmackDowns are going to determine what Raws on Netflix are going to determine what Raw is going to look like going forward. Again, this was an anniversary show. It was fun. NXT, great showing again too. Big LA show, trying to take some of the hype along with the with the Netflix show here in LA, and it delivered just under 1 million, I think over 1 million with next day and DVR viewership. So that's pretty big. And of course, the Royal Rumble, stream it right here with me, Knock, and Eric. All 3 of us. We draw numbers, and you pick whose team we're going to be on. And we'll see who wins the Royal Rumble and who may have to do something if they lose. Working on some of that as well. It's going to be so fun. You are heavily involved. Your comments are heavily involved, as always, on this channel. And, of course, we got to know, who do you think George Miller will be doing here in the Marvel Universe? George Miller was brought in for meeting with Kevin Feige in Marvel by Chris Hemsworth. Is he going to be doing World War Hulk? Is he doing Thor 5? Who knows? What do you think? I'm excited. And of course, Scream 7, Nate, we talked about this, but Scream 7 officially filming. This is out next year. We'll talk about, this year. We'll talk about the most anticipated movies of 2025 next Friday. I'll put that together. We'll go month by month and check out what's coming out 2025. Happy Gilmore 2, two wrestling superstars. MJF plays one of Happy Gilmore's sons, and Miss Quinn. Becky Lynch, I think, plays Becky Lynch in Happy Gilmore 2, but she's in it as well, so I'm excited for that. And if you haven't played Marvel Rivals, let us know who you are playing, especially if you're playing one of the new Fantastic Four people, and if you have a bib on, if you're playing Malice. So that's exciting. The Fantastic Four are going to be out in theaters this summer and in Marvel Rivals right now. And from what I hear from a couple people in Hollywood, the first trailer is going to be during the Super Bowl. So I think it just depends on who else buys spots. If it's Mission Impossible and a couple other ones, they might release it before the Super Bowl and save millions of dollars. So we'll see who all buys spots for the Super Bowl. But around the Super Bowl, expect the first trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. Oh, and if you're a PS guy, like Knock and myself, these are your monthly games. Suicide Squad. Blech. A racing game. And the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Let us know if you played that. I have no idea what that game is. I could Google it, but so lazy. Why bother? And of course, please watch Beast Games and support Knock. He's number 149. Did he walk away with $5 million cash? Is he not telling us? He's been a little MIA lately, huh? Dig it, brother. Who knows? Knock number 149 and a few other celebrities in the Beast Games if you've been watching. Check it out and let us know if you spotted Knock in Beast Games on Amazon Prime. That is the show. If you have anything else that you want to talk about, jump into the chats right now. I'll hang out for another few minutes, and then we got the tag match coming up here. Cody Rhodes, Jimmy Uso in the new bloodline. If there's anything else you want to talk about, please let us know. And of course, places to donate to help with the fire here in multiple fires here in LA, in the description below, places where you can help donate. This just looks so cool. This was very cool when it dropped. And Triple H was there. I thought the production was just well done. Very well done. Everything looks so sleek. I love the upgrades. Everything looks great. Love the new logo. Corey Graves should be replacing Pat McAfee when he goes back to doing NFL. So that changes that up. And there you have your heel commentator on. I wish someone would find a good female commentator. I would really like that. Just something to change it up. I can only hear so many men squawking in my ear a week with wrestling. I liked AJ Lee on WoW, but again, it was being led by Don, whatever the dude's name is, and it didn't seem like she was, it felt scripted a little bit. So give me a good strong female commentator. That's what I'm looking for. Anything else going on this week that you're doing? Anything going on this weekend that you're doing? We're going to lay low. Got to stay indoors with all the smoke and the bad air here in LA. I think Knox will be laying low as well. So, but let us know if you're doing anything this weekend. Drop it in the chat. Advertising the Royal Rumble already. Indianapolis, February 1st. Got some friends going to this. I think it's going to be a good Royal Rumble. This supposedly the final one-night Royal Rumble, but next year's Royal Rumble is in Saudi. Talking about John Cena. John Cena right there flapping his gums. God, I guess if someone was going to become a 17-time champion, be Ric Flair's record, it should be a company guy. God, if he wins the Royal Rumble, I'm going to be pissed. Ernest goes to the Rumble. Come get some. We got it. Same old shit, Cena. Same old shit. John Cena. I'm sure Roman Reigns will be in the Rumble, and they're advertising him right there. Just announced. Roman Reigns will be in the Rumble. All right, there's 2 of the 30 men in there. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. We got this match. Ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Championship. I love that they're doing a ladder match at the Rumble. I love that it's something other than the Rumble, like a nice gimmick match to break up the 2 Rumbles, because just match after match after match, then the Rumbles, nah. Joe explaining what's going on with those titles in there. I like that. All right, that is it. The tag match is coming on right now. Let me know if you're out there, if you want me to stick around for another 15 minutes. Jimmy Uso's music is hitting. His music always makes me think that Tony D'Angelo is coming to the main roster. It sounds so Italian when it hits. Our Cody Rhodes music is out. I don't think we're getting Cody versus The Rock. I don't think we're getting Roman versus The Rock. I don't think we're getting The Rock at WrestleMania. Other than for something stupid, for him to point to the goosebumps, maybe light his name on fire again. Honestly, if The Rock's not going to wrestle, just kind of stay off WrestleMania period. Because if he doesn't watch it, he could start getting booed. Not cool Final Boss booed. His entrance is pretty badass live. Gotta admit it. I like how that looks too, the font with the character names in there. I'm such a big fan of making these superstars, these wrestlers, characters, like comic book characters, or like like I talked about earlier, G.I. Joe or Transformer characters. I like that. Just helps define them a little bit more, especially if you're not used to seeing them on TV. If you are a casual viewer who catches Saturday Night's Main Event, it tells you a little bit about them with the font and everything else. 16 minutes left of the broadcast. Thanks for spending your Friday night with me. Again, my name is Zach, West Coast Popcast. A lot of stuff going on here in LA, especially with the fires. So, again, thanks for your time. I do appreciate that. If you can, if you're out there, give this video a thumbs up. Jimmy Uso. Excited to see more single stuff with Jimmy. So I'm excited to see him versus Carmella. I think that's going to be good. Could be a good program, especially if they do some more mic work. All right, here we go. Again, I also love when they mix up the refs. It doesn't always need to be a female ref for female matches. I love when they mix it up. I love how Edge brought the female ref over to Saudi. That was one of his clauses for fighting over there. Reportedly, Punk won't go to Saudi for the Rumble next year, so. Where do we see the new bloodline going? What is the point of the new bloodline now that the Ulafala has been given back to Roman Reigns? Is there even a bloodline story now to tell? We had the War Games at Survivor Series. We had the tribal combat between Solo and Roman. I thought Roman was going to side with the new bloodline, but he just kissed everyone's ass on Monday Night Raw, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to tell this story going forward. I'm at a loss of storytelling. Let me know in the comments if you got any indication on where this Bloodline storyline can be going. Saturday, January 25th. That's 2 weeks away, and we have no matches set up for Saturday night's main event. No matches? Let me double check on WWE.com just to make sure. Maybe I missed something. But I don't believe there's been any matches announced for Saturday night's main event. No, nothing. Nothing, and nothing. There are no matches announced. They're ending feuds. I don't know what feud could end at Saturday night's main event. Michin and Chelsea Green fought. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do for Saturday night's main event. Jacob Fatu so good. I do believe this is the final commercial break. And then that's our night. That's our Friday night. Again, thank you for spending your Friday nights. Scary week. Almost getting evacuated. People had a lot scarier week than I did. So if you're watching and you're out there and you just need a getaway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you get hit with some weather too, I know we're getting a lot of snow and some scary winds out in the Midwest and on the East Coast too. So wherever you are, Mother Nature, so beast. Cook Unity. I don't know if you're watching the same commercials, but that Blue Apron, all these at-home kits, some of them are fine. If you're not a cook, I highly suggest them. I don't even know what's coming on movies this weekend. If you have any recommendations for me to stream tonight, any movies, not live like this, just to watch, let me know. I don't know what I'm going to watch tonight. I know I'm going to finish Creature Commandos. The final episode of the season just aired on Thursday. If you saw it, give me a rating. Let me know what you thought of it. And again, if you're not watching live, leave comments all day, all night. We will respond. We love responding to everyone out there. So people, if you want to watch some of our old tier lists, we respond to those as well. So please check it out. As we are at a commercial break, the main event for SmackDown. Thanks for joining. It's a crazy, crazy week in LA. But we're here. We're having fun with some wrestling because that's what we love. Wrestling takes us away from stuff. And as much as we like to nitpick and Monday Night Quarterback and all that other crap, this is what it's about, right? Join. And again, please give me your Rumble or your Rumble predictions. I have no idea who'd win the Rumble this year. CM Punk, I thought he said he was going to be in the Rumble this year in his promo. So I'm imagining CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and John Cena then are the three, because they said tonight John Cena and Roman Reigns are official, but I thought CM Punk said that he was going to be in the Rumble. Do you have someone new win it? And again, all these matches, again, if we're not doing the Bloodline storytelling, can Roman not main event a Mania night? Can we give it to a women's match? Can we give it to another story? We know Cody's probably going to main event. So if Cody's going to main event, let's not have Roman main event. And if Roman's going to main event, let's not have Cody main event. One of them can open a night of Mania. You know, I loved where their spot was with Cody and Seth. I thought that was a great spot at WrestleMania. Again, next week we're going to run down all the upcoming movies, the most anticipated movies of 2025, from Superman to Mickey 17 of Warner Brothers. I'm giving you all the love tonight. Fantastic Four, First Steps, and so on and so on. Scream 7. I think that's actually coming out in 2026, but we'll talk about next week. We'll find out next week when we run down all those movies, and you give me your thoughts as well. That'll be next Friday night's fun adventure. Knock and I are still going to do the Eddie Murphy tier list. We have that on deck. It's just got to get our schedules right, but an Eddie Murphy movie tier list. All right, Jimmy Uso down. Tama Tonga is so good. Yeah. I love Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa. If anyone knows out there when he's coming back, pop in the chat. That'd be a nice surprise team. The Hardys have said that they are going to be wrestling in WWE in 2025, or at least Matt Hardy said that. Do they make another comeback at WrestleMania? Another surprise comeback. What if they do have another ladder match like their last comeback was? I think that they're both okay with winding down their careers. They don't need to win a tag title. Just have a good run. And we didn't cover this, but another rumor, Ric Flair lacing up the boots one more time. Come on. Come on. Come on, Rick. Come on. I don't even know who would let him wrestle. I don't know where he would wrestle. Reportedly, he's supposed to be on last week's Collision. He got pulled from that. So I don't know who would let him wrestle at this point. Chelsea Green beats Michin. I bet that storyline is going to be done soon. So again, where does Michin go from here? Does she turn heel? Does she? She can't really get put into the main title picture right now. You got Bayley and you got other people in there. No contest for LA Knight and Shinsuke. That was a good match, though. If you didn't catch it, catch it. And Motor City Machine Guns beat A-Town Down Under. If you're playing Helldivers 2, let me know too. I just started playing that like a week and a half ago. That game is addicting. That game is really addicting. And I just got addicted to Marvel Rivals. So like I'm too many vices. With 8 minutes left together, get your comments in. Here we go. What's Jacob Fatu going to do with Jimmy Uso? Anybody going to go see any movies this weekend? And Mufasa and Sonic are still like the big ones out there. Wicked's still holding strong, but you can watch that one at home now, and you can sing at home now. Wicked 2 is one of the movies coming out next November. Talk about that next week. Megan 2, that's coming out this year as well. Yeah, do a cool move. Nice. It's almost like Jeff Hardy's Whisper in the Wind, Willow in the Wind. There it is. He says Dying Embers. I don't want to hear that right now, Wade. All right, Cody in. And let us know, too, if you're watching any other kind of wrestling other than just WWE and AEW, too. I know a lot of people tuned into TNA a lot now. Their shows are selling out left and right, so congrats to TNA. Or new about their watches, NWA. Tonga's quick, man. These two have a history, too, in New Japan. So yeah, there's other Fatus out there that could debut with Solo that could add to the new bloodline. I just don't know how much longer we can do this. Now that we did the War Games and we did the tribal match on Monday night, even if you bring in Zilla, isn't there another one that's in NXT now? He's officially signed NXT, like the super tall one. So there are 2 more bloodline members out there that could be brought in. You still have Loa out there who's injured and he can come back. How awesome are those camera shots? I wonder how many of those camera shots from Raw they're going to incorporate with on the PLEs and on the SmackDown as well. Because not just the drone shots, but a lot of the full arena shots, they're great. That's what I always like thought wrestling should be like after like the year 2010. Like no just hard cam side. Just having a hard cam side and you know where everyone's going to stand and point gets a little boring. On Monday night, everyone was every which way and it was great. They obviously did the hard cam side right away and with Triple H and a lot more, but I love that we're leaning towards not just having a hard cam side. It just makes it feel like a bigger deal. Royal Rumble Saturday, February 1st. Join us here, live stream. We play the game. We play the Royal Rumble game. It's so fun. Me, Eric, and Knock. Son of a plumber. Jimmy Uso. What we got here? Everyone coast to coast? Nice. Jacob Fatu. I hate how he says Fatu. He says Fatu, and it just sounds so mean. All right, here we go. Got 4 minutes left. All right, I think this is it. Jessica Carr out there counting, and this is going to be how it ends. Kevin Owens, there he is. Kevin is right. Kevin can't complain anymore because he kind of just did what he's complaining about on Monday Night Raw against Roman. So that's it. Jimmy is probably going to eat the pin. It'd be a huge win for Jimmy to overcome 2 Bloodline members. Unless tonight Zilla or someone else comes to help the new Bloodline. Yeah, they'll keep making Jacob Fatu look strong. There we go. All right, the tag to Jacob Fatu. Jimmy is kind of out. 3 minutes left. And then we all move on from our Fridays here. 58 degrees here in Hollywood, California. Again, thank you for your time. Crazy week with the fires. That is it. Jacob Fatu with the moonsault. And that's it. The new Bloodline win. Solo comes back next week. That is SmackDown. Thank you so much for joining me on a Friday night. I had a good time. Again, thank you for talking about the fires with me. Again, it's just pretty crazy how many fires there are here in LA. And again, that Sunset Fire just down the street from us. That's what we look at when it's sunny out and we do these streams. That's what we're looking at out that window, is where the Sunset Fire was, that Runyon Canyon. So again, thank you for your time listening to me about the fires. Please, if you have any friends out here, if you have any friends that know people that lost stuff, if you can help donate, please do if you can. I know we all have stuff and expenses, so I get it 100%. If you can, I have 2 links in the description, one to the LAFD and one to the Red Cross. They're legit. They're from their sites. There's a lot of bullshit ones out there. These are the 2 legit ones. Watch out for scams. So those are the fires, and this is the one that happened just by us, the Sunset Fire. In the orange, you can see where the fire was and how near it was to the Hollywood sign. And we were just down the street there. So it's been a crazy week. As Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens take each other out here at the end of SmackDown. It was fun. I haven't really done SmackDown, I think, ever. And now SmackDown's 3 hours and Rampage is no more. I might be doing it more. I don't know. We'll see. But next week, I'm going to do the top films of 2025, and we're going to talk about those together and what you and I are anticipating in the theaters during the year 2025. Oh, that is it. 3 weeks, Royal Rumble. Watch it right here with me, Eric, and Knock as we play the Royal Rumble game. We might have some trivia. I don't know. We might have the Royal Rumble drinking game up. I don't know. But we're going to have a lot of fun together because it's just a fun time. It just, especially right now with everything going on, it's just what we need, some fun times. That's it. All right. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Again, live from Hollywood, California, in a crazy week. And I'm one of the lucky ones. I just want to point that out. In a crazy week. My name is Zach for West Coast Podcast. Eric and Knock. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. And, of course, be excellent to each other. Take care, everyone.